Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Flagstaff Super Light 26 RBWS travel trailer. Guys, pick a cool trailer here. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration. On your campsite, your awning. You have plenty of room for that awning to come out. And on your off campsite, of course, your slides. Leave room for that big one to come out and leave yourself a nice walking space. Because the other thing I want you to think about is where your power and water connections are going to be. They're going to be on your driver's side all the way at the rear of your camper off campsite. Power, docking station. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities. You got plenty of room for everything. Once you've arrived and unhooked your hitch, first thing you do is level your unit. Now I do recommend on a unit this big, go ahead, bring in your slides, find the center of your unit, put a level on there. Have someone watch that level while you raise or lower your tongue until you're level. Once you are level, if you don't have power, and happen to lose power, there's a manual override right there and a hand crank to bring that up or down. Once you've got your unit level, next thing you do is stabilize. Your unit comes with power stabilizing jacks. I do recommend some jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of these from dirt, debris, hot blacktop, better distribute the weight. I do want to show you, sometimes they come down together. See how I'm coming down? You only want to run them down just until you feel the unit start to lift at all. You don't even want it to lift because you already have it level. Just until those are taut, go to the rear of your unit. Repeat the same process. Just hit extend. Sometimes, for example, these ones are running down together too. Sometimes they will run down individually, one at a time. I do want to show you this. I'm going to get it down close. See how your foot's level over there. Sometimes you have to level these feet out. And again, you're only going to want to run these down just until they're taut. They're stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. We got our unit level and stable. Let's hook this 50 amp power up. Where these new cords go on now, they come in to the left and turn to the right. You gotta wiggle them in there, turn to the right, and then put on that black washer. At the end of this 50 amp service, if you need a campsite to plug into 30, there's a 50 to 30 dog bone that comes with your convenience pack. And if you need to plug in a home somewhere, 30 to 110 adapter to go on there. Just remember, run appliances accordingly. You don't want to pop a bunch of breakers when you're hooked up to 110. There's your power. Let's hook up our water. At this docking station, you do have a nice docking light for night. Cable. Satellite. Black tank flush. City water. Antifreeze inlet. We're going to the city water connect. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. You don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so always use this when hooking up here. Put that on there, hook up your hose, but don't turn our hose on yet. Let's go find your hot water heater. So coming around to your campsite is your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point is to make sure our drain plug's back in. You may have left it out the last time you were camping. and get that back in there nice and tight. Plumber's tape is preferred. Once that's in there, you can go ahead and turn on your hose. Now, if your hose has been on for a little while, go inside and open up your water taps. Where level and stable, you can deploy your slides, but I had them deployed ahead of time just for conversation convenience. You can open up your water taps till the water's coming out of there. That'll get all the air out of the lines. Once the water's coming out of there, you can go ahead and turn on your hot water heater indoors. There is an electric element down here. The only time you ever want to turn this on down here is when you're hooked up to 110. Turn it on here as well as inside for electric. Hot water heater doesn't seem to be working. Come out here and look and see if these are bubbled out. If they are, it's just reset buttons. Just press it back in, and then you press your release valve. All right, let's say we're gonna go camping and we're not gonna use city water. We're gonna go out dry docking somewhere, or boondocking. We'll use potable water, or fresh water as we like to call it. No need for a water pressure regulator here. You just fill this up with a hose. Two ways to tell it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here, or two on the inside where you check the levels of your tanks. Press the fresh water button, that'll tell you when this is full. Now remember, using potable water is when you're gonna want to turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked up to city water. That's already pressurized. All right, you're all set up to camp. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit. Also at this docking station again, went through that. You have an outdoor shower. And below all this, a black and gray dump. To the right, your power. The slides. Underneath there, you have a freshwater drain. Actually, I can show it to you better over here. When the slides close, it'll be easier to get to that. If you're using potable water, you'll drain there. Second gray tank. We'll dump that second. Big pass-through storage. This is a table. You also have another table that a griddle goes on, that I'll show you where that hooks up on the other side. A night docking light. Your batteries, again, check your terminals. Make sure they're connected well. Propane is on a regulator. Simply lefty-loosey to open. Point this toward the tank you wish to be using. Your propane does have a cover. You're also pre-wired for solar. You can plug in a solar panel right there, and that'll trickle charge your batteries. There's that griddle and suburban table I told you about. Coming down your campsite, your hot water heater again. Coming with that, your low point drain. This is a hole for a manual override for your slides. And there's a hand crank to do that with. This is a flue for your furnace. If you run your furnace, steer clear of that, that'll get rather warm. So again, right here you have a LP quick connect. Right there. Up here is where that table and griddle will set, and then your other prep table. Also prep for a TV out here. 110 in cable and a mount for it. Outdoor speakers and a vent for your microwave. That about covers everything out here. Did I hit the back? No, I didn't. So your spare tire and ladder back here. Utilize it. Go out there a couple times a year. Check the seams of your roof and caulk as needed. Maintain your roof. You're going to maintain the life of this unit. The unit's also prepped for a Furion backup camera. Device you would purchase from our store sits on the dash of your tow vehicle, electronically communicating with this device, giving you a backup camera for the unit. Now we can go ahead and go inside. A little porch light there. Coming up inside is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone who's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Coming up here to the right, several things we'll talk about. First, your thermostat. I've got the air on. Let me go ahead and shut the air off. See, the air shuts off quickly. I'm going to go in here. Much as I don't want to, as hot as it is today, I'm going to turn on your furnace. There's cool. There's auto. There's fan. Heat. There we go. My point is, once the heat, the furnace kicks on, the furnace takes longer to shut off than the AC does. Go ahead and shut that off. Up here, tire pressure monitoring system. I will send you a separate video on that. You can also download this app and do everything that's on here pretty much. Your awnings, your slide outs, and your lights, all from your phone. You can stand outside and open them yourself. Coming down here, control panel, there's your brand new battery. There's your fresh tank. That's the one I said you can hold when you're filling up your potable water. Black and gray at the rear, and then your extra gray tank. Here's where you turn on your water heater if you're hooked up to electric, here for gas. Water pump if using potable water. Tank heater if in inclement weather you think your tanks might freeze. Here's your awning control. So you run that awning out until that black bar falls down and that white is at 90 degrees. It will extend further, so keep an eye on it. We'll run that back in for you. I'll also tell you on here, your 2 slide controls and all of your lighting. And then a Wi-Fi boost. Awning ran back in. Continuing around your unit, Insignia TV, remote for that. When that comes on, you'll have to set that up. Lift this up to swing your TV out. I just want to mention, when you're at a campsite, before running your digital channel scan, there's a little button here by your cable. Make sure that button's on, that light is green. That is a digital channel enhancer. It allows you to pick up more channels. It locks your TV in there. Shut that back off. Below that, IRV Technology sound system. I don't know if we'll pick up anything indoors, but we'll run a scan here real quick.
Emergency doctor practicing in Biddeford, Maine.
So, 3 zones here. Whatever is blue will be on indoors, the front bedroom, or outdoors. Or they can rock the whole neighborhood. DVD, CD player, here's all your modes. You can get your TV audio through here. Really nice system. Touch it once to mute, hold it in to shut it off. Storage, Magic Chef fridge with a safety latch for travel. Controls are right there, cold to colder. Down below your fridge is your access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Got a variety there, 5, a handful of 15s, a couple of 30s. Recommend grabbing a handful of those with you. And over here is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mention this 12-volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you're boondocking somewhere and you have nothing plugged in charging your battery, disconnect your battery to keep this from running your battery down while you're gone. A self-explanatory microwave that has a light and fan above your stove. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. You have a panel light. Turn it to high, excuse me. Hit your spark when your gas is on, that'll light here. Same thing on your oven. Turn it to light right here. Hit your spark down here, and then set it to the desired temperature. You also have a panel light down there. A lot of one-touch lighting throughout the unit. Here's your 110 with GFCI reset in your kitchen. You have these 2 clamps right here that this table extension will fit on. Make sure when you travel, this and your bathroom door, make sure they're secured back so it's not going to be slamming all over the place. In your bedroom, you have a little storage here. Prepped for TV over here with a background on this side. 110 cable there. You do have a hand crank open vent there. Power 110 on both sides there. If you do put an AC unit in here, this is where the sensor prep is. That's for the tech, so leave that on there. Another important thing when you're bringing your slide in, make sure that there's nothing to impede that slide in from here. Coming around here, your table will fold down. Once it does, set it on these brown pieces here. Put your back cushions on top for another bed. So you have parachute pull recliners, if I like to call it. You pull on that cord there, that brings that out. Your smoke alarm is down here. See, this should be one touch blue or hold it in for white. Yep. Come back into your bathroom. Again, make sure that door is secure. Shower door. Make sure this is snapped down and secure. Bring this back, snap that down for travel. And here's your Bluetooth enabled Go Power solar power control. So I'm going to send you a separate video on this from GP Electric. It's real short and simple, and it shows you how all these go through here. The biggest thing is here is you want to make sure that your battery is set there you go. Hold B in. A will take you down through them. You want to be on flooded. Flooded is the type of battery you have. Again, the video explains it better than I can, but it's short and simple. So let's act like we're leaving the campsite. What I like to do is say doors and drawers. Make sure that all doors and drawers are closed, secured. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. I like to come over here, shut off my interior lights. Then I can walk around and see all the individual lighting that I may have left on. So it's easier to shut off with the slides open. If so, come back over, turn my interior lights back on, and bring in slide number 1. Actually, I want to bring in slide number 2 because that's your bedroom slide and you want to be able to watch that come in. Slide number 1. As you notice, the bottom of the slide comes in first. They always do. That's just how the slide mechanism's set up because it's all on the bottom. Slides in. Shut off our interior lights. Look outside. See if we've left on any exterior lights, which I have. The awning light, the step light, and the porch light. Oh, porch light's still on. That's your porch light, that orange one. So as you exit, make sure this exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise, this will catch on it. Lift this up. See, it just floats up on its own. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn your handle, and you're secure. We're going to bring up our stabilizing jacks. Just hit retract, run them up, unhook our cable and water. Come back around here. We hooked up the city. We're going to go ahead and dump those low point drains. And if we're out boondocking, we come to the rear here and pull that fresh water drain. Hook up and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. You're going to have one dump here at the back on your driver's side. Same, another one here. We do have bigger, longer, stronger dumps, hoses that you can put together and make a big Y, but you want to start here in the back. Sewer outlet. Hook this up, and we're going to pull our black handle. That's the one on the right. After your black handle sounds like it's no longer dumping, going to go ahead and again, with your water pressure regulator, hook up the hose at the dump station and run water in here for a good 5 minutes into your tank flush. It's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. Go ahead, shut that off, close your black tank, pull your gray tank. It's going to be cleaner water, your sinks and your showers. And if you are going to stick with this one hose, go ahead and unhook it. Come up here, tuck it in there, and pull that gray tank number 2. After gray, you're going to pull gray tank number 2. After number 2 is empty, you're going to take your sewage hose, conveniently store it away in a nice sanitary place, and head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase of this Flagstaff. Hope you enjoy it for many years to come. Happy camping.